Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and in this video I will be talking about my finished knit crate scarf. It came out of the November issue. The type of yarn it called for, or they provide, was a sugar worsted merino wool nylon stellina blend, which I don't think you can see here in the video, but there is a bit of a sparkle to it. Now, in the picture, you'll see they added long rows of fringe. So, first, and I've mentioned this in other videos, I'm not a fan of fringe. One, I feel like with being a mom with kids and still a 6-year-old, fringe is going to get pulled and ruined. Number two, usually these patterns are made for smaller women. Medium to small. And so I felt personally all that fringe could be added to the length of this shawl slash scarf and make it so that it fit me a little bit better. And I'm really glad I made that choice. If you were to make this, and even though it calls for a worsted weight yarn, I feel like if you wanted to try to make this and you didn't want to go to the knitcrate website and buy their yarn, you could use a DK weight. You know, like mandala yarns and some of those, the DKs that are a little bigger, they're not quite a worsted and they're not quite a DK. That's the kind of yarn this is. It's not really as thick as a worsted weight and it's not really as thin as a DK. It's that in between. And to be honest, you really could make it out of any. I think if you made out of a real worsted, like a Super Saver or a Karen or I Love This Yarn, it's going to be real thick and plush. Whereas if you make it out of like a thinner worsted or like a DK, it's going to be nice and drapey for wearing to work with like a work shirt, which is what after I take it off Juanita, I'm going to put it on. It is a beginner level pattern, and mine is quite big. Because I didn't take the fringe, or didn't make the fringe, they said this pattern would come out to be 68 inches. I measured from the midpoint, because this is I want to say an isosceles triangle. Isn't that where it's a thinner, longer triangle? And that's what that is. It's like this and it tapers out. They said 68 inches. Half of mine was 43. So using the two full skeins, or skeins, however you say it, makes this a whopping 86 length, which I really like. I did not pay attention to gauge. I just crocheted it. And I also, I don't know if you have to buy this off of knitcrate, this exact pattern, or if you can look up this designer. So I'm going to I'll put her name in the description. It's Jen Dwyer, and this is called Fruitridge, the name of the pattern. If I can find a link online, I'll put it in there. Otherwise, I'll put a link in the description to knitcrate. I'll put her name in the description, as much detail about this pattern as I can for you. But otherwise, real quick, I thought, she has it's called Teal and Finch is her brand. And there is a website here. So I'll put that in there. Like I said, as much information about Jen as I can. The pattern, like I said, is very simple. At first I did doubt her a little bit. It's very easy to read, the pattern. So, but I had never seen, and maybe that's just my limited patterning, I'd never seen a single crochet used after a bobble. I've always seen like a double, or at least a half double. And I really liked that because it made the bobbles pop. Do you see that? And so this is what the scarf looks like. And you can see how far it goes. I just love these colors because, like I said, I have a black coat. Do you see how long it is? I love it. Because like I said, being a bigger gal, there's never anything that wraps nicely and all layered and tucked around for us. It's always like half small or half the size. I think I might actually wear this to work one day. So there it is. I really like it. The stitches are double crochet, bobble stitch, and they explain to you clearly how they want their bobble done, and then a single crochet, and it's just back and forth. I started this on Christmas Eve on my way up to Door County, and then I crocheted a little on Christmas Eve, not much, still chit-chatted. I crocheted only a little bit on Christmas Day, because if you recall, I was sick. And then I really hit this up on the 26th, I think that evening, and I finished it. It really is one of those patterns that you can sit and watch YouTube while making, or I think I'm going to lower my camera so you can see it better. I don't know if that helped. But anyway, you can make this while watching YouTube or a movie or chatting with friends at like a family dinner. I mean, if you're one of those brave enough souls that sometimes crochets at church, you can just go back and forth, back and forth. It only grows on one side, and then on that side, those double stitches are kind of hidden by the bobble. And man, I just can't even tell you how much I like it. I had zero problem making this. I like the variegated yarn with it. I think it kind of gives this like a pink camo appearance. But I do want to make one in a solid color. I also kind of thought about trying it with a mandala to see how the self-striping works. But otherwise, yeah, that is this beautiful pattern. It starts off right here where you do a few of those, like, you know, chain two, turn, single crochet, and, you know, you have to just build that triangle. And then right away, you start doing your bobble and then double crochets. And it is just... There you go, that's a little bit better. And now you can see the sparkle. I think I also really would like this in the blue. It is so pretty. And the baubles are nice. Yeah, so that is the knit crate pattern. This is the first time I've actually used the knit crate yarn for the pattern they recommended. I used the blue-green one for a hat, and then I gave the green stuff away. Yeah. So I really highly suggest you trying to find this pattern. Maybe you can buy it, because I do know Knit Crate sells a few of their patterns. Or if you've got a friend that wants to make it for you. So yes, this is the November pattern. They also have the knitting pattern, which I think is going to be a little too advanced for me. They say intermediate, but the whole patterns have these little things here. I don't even know what to call them. So let me recap here what I'll have in the description for you. I'll have information about Jen Dwyer. I'll have her website, and if I can actually find on her website some kind of link to this pattern, you know, I'll have that there. But also check out her other patterns, because I think she's been in Knit Crate before, and it really was very easy to read. There's no question on what you're supposed to do or how you're supposed to do it. And then I'll also put a link in the description to Knit Crate. I also thought, even though I'm technically not a Knit Crate ambassador, even though I like to talk about their products, I do have my own referral code that I can give out to people, and they will get 20% off their first membership. And then, of course, I get Knit Crate stash points. So I'll put that in the description also. Please don't feel pressured to use it. But if you do want to and you haven't yet, or you don't know who else has one, you know, I will put that in the description for you all. Just in case you would like to be a Knit Crate member. This next Knit Crate is the chunky yarn, and I'm not really a fan of the feel of that one. I haven't decided what I was going to do. I was chatting about it with someone else, and they were thinking about trying to felt it. That seems very daring to me. But yeah, otherwise, this pattern does include fringe, and it does include, if you are someone that loves the fringe, this pattern does originally have that. But this is what it looks like without the fringe, just a triangle scarf. And then like I said, I put it on like this, and I just wrap it around, and then I kind of pull it out to give it that, and I tuck these little doodads up in there. It doesn't really work with my hair length. I either need longer hair or shorter hair. But that's all I have for the Knit Crate video. Now, I am going to post this video right away. And then the next video I'm going to post, and the reason I switched up the orders, I had somebody email me, and I did read your long email, and I'm very thankful for the offer to type up my pattern. But I am going to put up for my next video, probably Thursday this week, the tutorial type-ish. Flynn's in it, so good luck with that. On how to do the notions case and the curly cues, the little spirals. I decided not to get this pattern typed up or to actually release it as a pattern, because I do think it is too close to other patterns that I've seen, which is probably why it influenced me. And you know those songwriters, they'll write a song and then somebody will sue them because 2 measures of the song is the same notes that are there, and they'll win. And quite frankly, I cannot afford to be sued to be sued by anyone. Or have, like, I don't want to have my reputation or anything like that, or someone start a fight in the comments. So I am very happy with just telling you how I made my little needle case and just leave it at that. I mean, it's not rocket science, really. And then I do tell you how you could change it to make it different for yourself if you wanted to change it. So I think I'm just going to leave it at that. It's just a basic, quick little thing I whipped up with some cotton, and I'm just going to leave it at that, because to be honest, this isn't really a business for me. I just started making these YouTube videos to chat with folks, and when I started watching other people's videos, I wanted to talk to them, and I was typing in the comments, and I just thought, well, you know what, maybe I could just start talking about my stuff, and someone would watch me and then comment to me, kind of like how it's been going with some of, you know, with Seta and Debbie and Karen and Janae and Wanda and Z, just chatting about things, and we all kind of chat around each other, and that's why I do that. I do it for the community, for the friends, for the ideas, for sharing yarn, the excitement of a giveaway. So to me, this is just what it is, and it's fun. I'm not looking to be a millionaire by selling my patterns. I don't think they're really, you know, that. But thank you so much for the offer. For those of you that have offered to help me with patterns and or editing videos, I think I might have my husband bribed right now to do that. So, because he is a phenomenal video editor. He has a YouTube channel with 5 subscribers called Avatar Playground, and he edited a video himself. And he did voiceovers, and he put up words. So he knows how to do it all, and I just need to tap into his wealth of knowledge and have him help me out. All right, well, that's it. Modeling my lovely scarf. And check out Knit Crate, folks. These patterns are really very nice. And I'm going to tell you what, Knit Crate, if any of you watch my videos, like Bella Coco, I love these books, because I'm going to tell you what, I've already lost those cards from the first few months. I don't know where I put them. I maybe threw them away. My kids maybe ripped them. My husband probably threw them away if they were ripping them up. I have no idea where those cards are with those other patterns. But these last times they've done these books, I have them. I have them stacked in my pattern corner. And I really appreciate it. To me, that is the value now of having a pattern, if that makes sense. All right, folks, thanks for watching and subscribing, and like my videos. I hear a lot of you all say that, the other YouTubers, to say to like their videos, so I'm going to say that too. Although I do have a lot of you liking my videos, so there's that. And until then, happy crafting. Bye.